It's time for watercolor. Today, I'd like to talk about how to fix mistakes that you might make in your watercolor painting. I know lots of ways to fix mistakes because I make a lot of them. The simplest way to fix a mistake is with artist tissue, otherwise known as toilet paper, but I like to call it artist tissue. The way you can fix a mistake with artist tissue and a damp brush, not dripping, so you might wipe it on your cloth, is to put clean water on the area you want to lift. You brush it on, and then you place the tissue on top of it and press down. That should lift off some of the color. If it doesn't, you can see it made it much lighter. Now you can do it a second time. You don't want to get too aggressive with your scrubbing because that can wreck the paper, that can disturb the paper. But at least twice you can do it. So, and then you press it on again and lift off some of the color. A second way you could fix that mistake would be to use a Mr. Clean eraser. These are foam. You can buy them in the Mr. Clean original brand, or I've been told they have some at the dollar stores in their brand. And all you do is dip your eraser in clean water and then rub it on the area you want to lift out. This really almost takes the paper down to white again. And then you can dab it with your artist tissue to remove the additional color. So you can see that really took that out. You can always put more color in on top of that, but you do want to be sure not to disturb the color because disturb the paper, because then the color won't look natural when you reapply it. So I'll just put a little bit of a light gray-green on that part, and then we'll move on to the next way. So you can see now you can float the color right over where you had it, and it looks natural, like that. So that's a lift with using your artist tissue or a Mr. Clean eraser. Now, way is really helpful. I have this jar of Daniel Smith watercolor ground. I bought it a while ago, and I just looked online. It's still available, and you can buy it in 3 or 4 or 5 different colors. What you want to do is spray your paint so it's kind of sticky, almost paste-like. And then you want to take your brush. If you have a small area, you want to have a very small point, a very good pointed brush. And you paint it on. As you can see here, I painted on some here earlier and let it dry because I wanted to change the color of the sidebar. And I can paint a color directly on it. It turns your watercolor paper, or any surface you paint it on, into a surface for watercolor. So as you can see, I just put the paint right over it, and it sticks just like if it was watercolor. So you could use that. I'll show you how I put it on. I usually use a regular brush, the size I need, and get the paint really sticky so it's pretty opaque like that. And then I go to the area. Suppose I want to make this area stand out more. I've made it fade into the wall too much perhaps. So I will take this and just delicately apply it to the area. Sometimes you have to put 2 coats if you want it to completely cover. And then you give it a minute to dry and you paint right over it. There we go. So I have to give that a minute to dry, and then I'll again paint yellow over that. I also used it here because I wanted to straighten out my white line. It can work to make a white line too in your painting. So I hope that helps you learn how to fix your mistakes, and I hope you paint often, make a lot of mistakes, because that's how you learn if you're trying something new. And if you like this video, please check like, and I hope to see you in the next video. Happy painting!